Imagine you're stranded on a lonely road at night. Your car smokes in ruins, and the last voice you heard belongs to your missing sibling, somewhere inside the musty halls of a haunted mansion. This is Uninvited. Uninvited began its life in 1986, not on the NES, but as a Macintosh point-and-click horror adventure developed by ICOM Simulations and published by Mindscape. It's part of what's known as the MacVenture series, a line of first-person, inventory-driven adventure games that include Déjà Vu and Shadowgate. Gameplay is simple in theory, but eerie in practice. You explore a haunted mansion from a first-person perspective. You interact with dozens of items and ghosts via verbs like open, use, and look. Death is frequent and often abrupt, from cursed objects to spectral assassins. The story is classic haunted house fare. After a car crash outside the mansion, players enter seeking a missing sibling, a younger brother in most versions, but notably an older sister in the NES port. Let's rewind back to 1986. ICOM Simulations was riding high on the success of Déjà Vu and chose to reuse its MacVenture engine for Uninvited. This tech enabled a point-and-click UI before it was common on home computers. On computers, Uninvited was controlled with a mouse, something of a novelty at the time, and leaned heavily on atmospheric graphics and detailed environmental storytelling. Unlike other horror games of the era that used text parsers or complex commands, Uninvited let players literally drag, drop, and click their way through peril. In Japan, Uninvited, known as Akuma no Shotaijo, hit the Famicom in 1989 and later came to the North American NES in 1991 via Kemco Seika. But porting a mouse-driven PC game to a controller posed challenges. The NES version adjusted several key elements. Simplified text, partly due to screen and memory limits. Altered puzzles and hints, to reduce some of the guesswork. Soundtrack added, composed by Hiroyuki Masuno and Kento's group. Censorship of occult symbols. Nintendo of America's policies led to pentagrams becoming stars and crosses changed or removed. And of course, the sibling at stake changes from brother to older sister, a small but memorable alteration. When Uninvited debuted, critics generally praised its eerie atmosphere and innovative interface, at least on computer platforms. Early reviews noted, Macworld lauded its graphics and sound, even over Déjà Vu. Computer Gaming World's Roy Wagner admired how the mouse-centric design reduced player frustration compared to text parsers. Dragon Magazine dubbed it a truly horrifying adventure that'll leave you shivering in the dark. Compute highlighted its fluid interface and solid puzzles. But the NES version's reception was mixed. Adventure Gamer's Modern Review rated the experience underwhelming, citing sparse graphics, repetitive music, and a lack of story depth. There's no firm data for total sales. Like many NES ports of niche PC games, exact unit figures aren't well documented. However, the fact that Uninvited cartridges are now rare and often sell for high prices among collectors suggests limited distribution and a kind of cult legacy. While Uninvited never achieved the mainstream household fame of Super Mario Bros. Or The Legend of Zelda, its influence is undeniable among adventure fans. It helped bring point-and-click storytelling into console spaces where it was previously uncommon, and inspired future horror adventure designs by proving that creepy settings and stubborn puzzles could work outside PC ecosystems. In fact, the original game has been re-released as part of collector collections like 8-Bit Adventure Anthology, keeping it in the hands of retro gamers and preserving its eerie legacy for modern audiences. So, next time you're driving down a lonely pixel road and a mansion looms in the headlights, maybe it's best to just keep driving. After all, you weren't invited.